Dear friends, today we have with us New South Wales President of Australia-India Business Council, Irfan Malik. And we are at a very special event. This event has been organized by AIBC and Business New South Wales to discuss bilateral opportunities after ECTA. The ECTA agreement is going to come into effect from 29 December 2022. Irfan, thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, ECTA is going to come into force 29 December. Your take on that?
Very excited about this and great to see the government commitment. They started this ECTA journey in April with the agreement, and through the 6-7 months they've on a fast pace, in spite of a change in government, bilaterally supported, bipartisan supported, and then we've got the Parliament ratification and being enforced by end of the year. It's a great achievement for both the governments, and now I'm really excited as business industry bodies to really drive the business-to-business impact as well. So exciting times ahead into 2023. An amazing, session we had today, really highlighting that opportunity and taking this message of this opportunity to the Australian businesses, large corporates, SMEs, startups, all of them, to look at this new India opportunity, how we can really bridge and leverage in creating this business-to-business impact.
Yeah, and in fact, one important thing to remember is that this has got bipartisan support here.
That's right.
Whether it was Prime Minister Morrison or Prime Minister Albanese, they are very clear that they want to they want to have a deep relationship with India. Now, when it comes to trade, one can say that there's a lot of potential right now. The bilateral trade is hovering somewhere around 25 to 30 billion dollars. How fast do you think that the trade engagement can be increased to its potential?
I think I must highlight, definitely there's the bipartisan support, and beyond just the trade, the environment and the platform that's been created by government of a level of maturity and friendship there, mutually recognizing the complementarity. That's the key, and that's driving the trade outcomes as well. And I can again I want to acknowledge the amount of interest from India. The ministerial delegations from India we've seen just in the last 3 to 4 months, more than 5 to 7 ministers and various business delegations we've seen. A lot of business houses have come here really exploring how they can do more with Australia. And even before the ratification and enforcement of ECTA, I can see that there's been increased trade. So even since the announcement, that has driven a lot of trade outcomes increase. And just with enforcement, if we dissect that sector by sector, take that message out to businesses, get some success stories. And as Francis Lisson, the chief negotiator, mentioned today, getting those case studies, those success stories to really, to the mass Australian business to take India opportunities seriously and look at the opportunities at scale. That's something which we want to create traction, and hopefully over the next 3 to 6 months, we will have those roadshow, those outreach that we will do along with Australia and DFAT and our business chamber partners across Australia and India, and drive those outcomes across various sectors that we see that will achieve a lot of traction.
Yeah. Now, Irfan, you are well acquainted with the business community here. Do you see a change in perception in Australia about India as an economic destination or investment destination, or you think there's still work that needs to be done there?
I can say there is definitely, the change in wind direction. Definitely, there is a lot more than other cultural or sporting connection that Australian businesses are seeing value without taking into account the geopolitical or the post-COVID scenario. Quad has also played a big role from a Gulf to Gulf perspective.
Sure.
But I'm genuinely feeling that, because of these cultural relationships, those three and the friendship, now with trade, we are seeing a lot more interest, but converting this interest into actual trade business outcome, there's a way to go, and it will come only once we start running, scoring runs on the board and getting those outcomes happen. And again, we all have a role to play: the diaspora, the business houses, the business councils, the chambers, and all influencers, and including media like you, all have a role to play in taking this message and then hand-holding these businesses to get the outcomes, and that will build momentum. Momentum will build further momentum.
Yeah. Just final 2 questions, Irfan. One is that how important is the diaspora's role in taking this relationship forward, and what do you think can be done at a ground level, either by the governments or the businesses, to really kind of maintain this momentum and take it to the next level?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And I think the diaspora has a very key role to play, and diaspora who do businesses both sides, or they're connected with the business networks both sides. They have a great role to play to handhold some of these Australian businesses to really ensure that there are successes as well. I mean, obviously, any trade and bilateral, especially two countries remotely are involved. There are different rules of engagement and different dynamics in play. And diaspora are kind of well versed, or they know the nuances both sides, and also they've got the connections both sides on the ground to make success or outcomes happen. So definitely, I feel they'll play a great role. And depending, I mean, this is not only diaspora as small business owners; they are in key positions in large organizations, large corporates, or even in government. All of them will play a key role in shaping the successes. And I strongly believe, with our outreach that we've done, I mean, Australian Business Council, we have, across all states in Australia, we are partnering with the leading business chamber here in business, in New South Wales, and Business Western Sydney, in South Australia with Business SA. Similarly with other states, we are partnering with the leading chambers, but also what we've decided is we want to take it to the smaller chambers as well. So I was with Newcastle Business Hunter, I was with Business Wollongong and Illawarra, I was with Business Parramatta. So where all of them have that clusters of those 500 to 1,000 companies, from SMEs to large. We want to really tap into those networks as well and say, this is the new India opportunity. How can we create an India story in your own realm, and then really handhold them as well? So that's the approach we're taking, and we look forward to, again, working alongside with media as well to share those successes.
Irfan, thank you so much for speaking with us. And I think, yes, the India-Australia friendship is going to be of paramount importance, not just for the region, but for the entire world, I think. So thank you so much for joining us today, Irfan.
Thank you, Pallavi, and your team, Australia Today. You were wonderful in really, sharing these stories. And there's a lot of positivity, and we need to leverage this positivity as we come into Christmas, New Year, looking ahead at 2023. This is going to be phenomenal. And please do join us on this journey with all of us. And we're really looking forward to shaping the successes together in this Australia-India bilateral friendship, trade, and dosti here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Irfan.